Welcome back to the PD Rush YouTube channel, now with editing, so we're moving along in the world. This is a track guide for the Class B Xfinity car at Michigan. So per usual, I'll be quiet for the initial qualifying lap and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So that was the lap. Okay, so let's talk about it a little bit here. So coming to start the lap, I probably could have carried more momentum and I'd gone a little bit higher. But anyway, we want to be in the top of the track and you want to kind of shoot down as you get to the line to get extra momentum coming to start your lap. Here, you carry the throttle in maybe a little bit more than you think you should because you want the car to kind of be a little bit lighter. Bring it right down to that line and then drive out of it. Then you want to enter this corner just about almost in the middle of the track. The banking kind of changes and it'll kind of throw you down. You want to get it right down on that line, maybe 2 tires below that black line to keep the car a little bit loose and drive out. Don't really have to go all the way up to the wall, but then you want to come back down as low as you can get to make the track line as short as possible. So Michigan itself doesn't really seem like a difficult track to get around, but it's got some characteristics that you can really get extra speed if you know how to use them. One of the biggest ones being in all of the turns, 1, 2, 3, and 4, the banking changes from the bottom lane as you go up. So the first lane down here actually has a little bit less banking. And if you drive with 2 tires right below that line, you'll get a little bit loose. Um, if you take the whole car down below it, you'll get kind of tight and the car won't corner as well with this setup. Here it is, here's the slow motion. You can kind of see the banking angle change as you drive the car up. So it does matter. Um, it took me a while to figure that out. I think I was racing with William Byron and noticed that he was doing that, and that's where I learned that at. I had not noticed it myself. So coming into turn 3 here, you want to enter, like I said in the tutorial, about halfway in the middle of the corner, about halfway down the track. And you want to get right down on this line, so you've got that black line where one of the lanes is. Just below that is where the banking changes. So if you can keep 2 tires below that as you're kind of coming through the middle part of the corner, it'll help you rotate out, which will help save that right front tire some. Because it's one of the hardest things that I've deal with on this track is not burning off the right front tire. I've got such a bad habit of destroying it so quickly. So speaking of tires, one of the ways that you can save your right front tire here is as you get down into the corner, especially down into turn 1, if you make that arc a little bit wider, um, you can save that right front. If you cut it down too low, you'll be using the steering wheel so much that you'll just start heating up that tire. Um, and then you want to make sure that you exit a little bit lower. Like right here, this would be exiting way too early. So what you end up doing is as you're coming out of the corner, um, you're putting more steering into the car to try to stay off of the wall, and that's just going to heat that right front up and really destroy your lap time over a long run. It might be quick for a lap or two, um, but it's really going to burn it out. If you do manage to get a long enough green flag run using the top lane like this, you can kind of carry more momentum through the corner sometimes, and you can work on making a pass. Um, but usually, if you have a shorter run, it doesn't really pay well to go up there. It just kind of slows you down because you're basically increasing the amount of travel around the track for yourself. I don't really use brakes here either. I don't really know anybody that does. So that pretty much is it for the tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found everything helpful. Hope you learned something. And I hope to see you back for more. We're going to do a couple more of these for the tracks that are coming up. So be on the lookout. If you find them helpful and if you like them, consider giving a like and or subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what kind of lap times you're getting, because I'm definitely not the fastest guy out there. So I want to hear from some of you guys and see what y'all are able to do. And a big thanks to everybody that's tuned in. The response on the first two videos was pretty great. I did not expect to get about 20 views per video, so that was absolutely awesome and gained a couple of subscribers. Um, so if you like the paint scheme, shout out to Joseph Servone. I think that might be how you say his name. On Trading Paints for this Halo 3 pretty awesome scheme. I'll leave it in the description. Like to support people that make all kinds of cool stuff for iRacing. There's a lot of real talented folks that make paint schemes. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll talk to you all in the next one. Have a good day.